The world is buzzing with news about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, but this latest development? It's downright shocking. An explosive report has surfaced, allegedly tied to MI6, raising serious questions about their daughter, Lilibet Diana. This investigation, conducted under the cloak of secrecy, has unearthed findings that contradict everything the Sussexes have told us in recent months. Speculation about Lilibet's true identity has been rampant, but these claims now extend far beyond mere gossip. They hint at something much darker. When Meghan and Harry first announced the arrival of Lilibet, it was a different vibe altogether. This wasn't your typical royal birth. No grand announcements, no formal hospital documents, and certainly no photo ops that usually accompany such moments. Instead, Lilibet's birth was shrouded in mystery. There were no hospital records made public, no statements from medical personnel, and even the palace kept quiet, offering nothing more than a bland statement from the Sussexes' spokesperson. With all this secrecy, it's no wonder that the public is now scrutinizing every detail. What's the big deal about a royal birth, you might ask? Well, let's break it down. Royal births are usually occasions of national celebration, filled with joy and excitement. The public expects a certain level of transparency. When Kate Middleton gave birth to her children, the world watched as she emerged from the hospital, holding her newborn and posing for the cameras. It's a tradition steeped in history. But with Lilibet, we got none of that. Instead, we were met with a carefully crafted announcement that left more questions than answers. The purported MI6 investigation suggests there are discrepancies that can't be ignored. It appears that every aspect of Lilibet's birth was tightly controlled, with critical information kept hidden from the public eye. Questions are swirling about the missing medical records, the absence of authenticated photographs, and the unusual confidentiality surrounding her early days. In a royal context, where transparency is usually the norm, this situation stands out as bizarre. Let's talk about the timing of it all. When Meghan was reportedly in labor, there was no public fanfare, no celebrations, no witnesses, and certainly no customary introductions of the newborn, like we've seen with Prince William and Kate Middleton's kids. Instead, we got a carefully crafted statement from their representatives, and the media was expected to swallow it whole, no questions asked. But why? Why was the arrival of a royal child cloaked in such a thick veil of secrecy? What makes this situation even more perplexing is the almost total lack of independent verification regarding Lilibet's early life. Other royal babies typically come with a flurry of official documentation and hospital announcements. But Lilibet's birth? It felt like a staged event, communicated solely through a meticulously worded press release. The absence of traditional hospital photos and the delay in releasing any images have kept this topic alive in conversations. Recently, allegations have emerged claiming that Lilibet's entire identity could be a fabrication, casting an even darker shadow over the whole scenario. Some insiders are suggesting that British intelligence has been quietly monitoring this situation for some time. If these latest claims are accurate, we're looking at some substantial inconsistencies that need addressing. The narrative spun by Meghan and Harry is now under the microscope, and without solid evidence to back it up, skepticism is rapidly rising. Could Lilibet's birth have been a distraction? If that's the case, what could possibly warrant such extreme measures to conceal the truth? And let's not overlook the Sussexes' continuous insistence on privacy. Their relentless protection of information about their children has raised more questions than it's answered. In a world where public scrutiny is a given for high-profile figures, Meghan and Harry's over-the-top attempts to keep details about their daughter under wraps only fuel the fire of curiosity. If MI6 has indeed stumbled upon something troubling, that would explain the sudden resurgence of these rumors. The royal family itself has remained conspicuously silent on the matter. Though they've maintained their distance from the ongoing drama involving the Sussexes, their refusal to comment on Lilibet's status has only added more fuel to the speculation. People are asking, what's really going on here? The more the Sussexes try to control the narrative, the more questions arise. The public is demanding answers, and with each passing day, the mystery deepens. Is there something about Lilibet's birth that the public isn't meant to know? The investigation by MI6 has only intensified the intrigue surrounding this situation. As we delve deeper into this mystery, let's consider the implications of these revelations. If Lilibet's identity is indeed a fabrication, what does that mean for Meghan and Harry? What are the consequences of living a lie, especially when it involves a royal child? The stakes are incredibly high, and the pressure is mounting. The Sussexes must navigate this storm carefully, as any misstep could lead to disastrous consequences. Speculation is rife, and the public is hungry for information. The more Meghan and Harry remain silent, the more the rumor mill churns. People want to know the truth, and they're not going to stop until they get it. The narrative surrounding Lilibet is evolving, and with it, the stakes are rising. As we continue to explore this shocking development, we need to keep questioning the narrative that's been presented to us. The Sussexes have crafted an image of privacy and protection, but at what cost? The truth is out there, and it's only a matter of time before it comes to light. Whether that truth is as scandalous as some speculate, or whether it reveals a much more mundane reality, remains to be seen. But one thing is clear, the fascination with Meghan, Harry, and their family isn't going away anytime soon. The world is watching, and as more details emerge, the public will demand accountability. This isn't just about a royal baby, it's about transparency, trust, and the lengths to which people will go to protect their image. So, as we continue to dissect this situation, let's keep our eyes peeled for any new developments. Each new revelation could change the trajectory of this story. The pressure is on Meghan and Harry to clarify their narrative, and with each passing moment of silence, the speculation only grows. What's the truth behind Lilibet's birth? Are we witnessing the unraveling of a carefully constructed facade? The questions are piling up, and the answers are increasingly elusive. The world is on the edge of its seat, waiting for the next chapter in this unfolding drama. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over, and the truth is just waiting to be uncovered. Now, let's take a moment to consider the broader implications of this situation. The Sussexes have positioned themselves as advocates for privacy and mental health, but their actions seem to contradict their words. If Lilibet's identity is indeed questionable, how does that align with their public persona? The hypocrisy is glaring, and the public isn't likely to overlook it. They've built a brand around authenticity, yet this cloud of secrecy casts doubt on their integrity.